when it hasn't been a day, a week, a month, or even a year, 'cause hairstylist, woo, will be there for you as soon as we can. I figured that we needed to start this video off with a little bit of fun today because I think we are all so stressed out. Happy Monday, by the way. I am really stressed out today. Both of my parents are feeling it now. My mom was ready to kill me. Now my dad is getting stressed out because I'm stressed out. My dad doesn't get stressed out. What's happening? So today I am here to show you how to curl with this bad boy, the 1.5 inch curling iron. This is good for some lighter, beachier waves. Something that's not so tight. You're not gonna look like you're going to a formal event. It's good for an everyday look. I was going to teach you how to curl with both the small barrel and the big barrel in the same video, but I decided it would be better to teach you techniques for the smaller barrel in its own video, as there are a few different ways that you can go about curling with a smaller barrel. So what I use is the Babyliss Pro, the titanium turbo heat boost temperature, yada, yada, yada. This is what it is. These are my favorite curling irons. I also use their blow dryer at work. They're amazing products. So to get us started today, I still have my blowout from our video that I posted Saturday, but did it on Friday. So when you do a blowout, it will last you a few days. I could definitely use some dry shampoo today, but my dry shampoo's in Massachusetts. I am going back to Massachusetts today. I'm supposed to be moving this weekend, so I'm going back to Massachusetts today to get some stuff. So I should have some more of my products for my future videos, but I'm still using my mom's products now. So today I am using the Loma Nourishing Oil Treatment. We sell this at the salon. This is an oil, but it's also a heat protectant for up to 450 degrees. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that, not as much as what came out. A little bit less than a dime size, I'd say. Again, I have finer hair, so I don't wanna put anything too heavy on it. It's really important to have your hair blown out before you are going to put the curls in it, because for someone like me, you want to have as much volume in your hair as you possibly can before you put the curls to it. And B, for someone with curlier, frizzier hair, you want to do that blowout just so you can get it as smooth as you can, so you're doing as little iron work as possible. Because really important with using hot tools, you really want to use the lowest possible heat setting. So this one has 8 heat settings. I just bought this curling iron, so it was on the very first one, but I'm gonna put it on the 6th one. I don't want it all the way up. I don't want it all the way down. If you have it all the way up, it will give you a crunchier, more compact, basically ugly curl. It turns my blonde hair when I have it too high yellow, and that's not a cute look. It's really not. So you want to have it on a medium heat setting. You will still get a curl. It's less damaging to your hair. If you feel like your ends are frizzled and gross and you're curling your hair every day, try putting heat protectant on it, and also try bringing your heat down. So same sectioning as when I blow dry my hair. My first section, I just do the back. Clip this up, maybe I can get it all up in one swoop this time. There we go. And again, bring it over my shoulders. So from the back, again, doesn't have to be perfect, but when you pick up your curling iron and you're ready to begin curling, you want to have the clamp facing forward. You'll take your section, and you really don't want to take huge sections unless your hair is super long and you just want a really loose wave. I'm talking very loose. You don't want to take sections that are too small because the barrel is bigger and you're going to have a looser wave anyway. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your section, Comb through it with your fingers and make sure it's all smoothed out. As you're clamping your section, you're also turning at the same time. So, clamping and turning. My finger is still on this. It's not all the way down because I am clamping and turning. I'll let go once it's here, re-grab with my thumb and bring it down. Now, sometimes I leave my ends out, sometimes I put them in. Today I'm gonna leave them out. So as I'm taking it out, I'm gonna turn the curling iron so that the curl kind of stays the same, stays in the pattern that I want it to stay in. Since my hair is shorter and the barrel is bigger, I want to encourage that as much as possible. So that's number one. So then I'll break this up into 2 more sections. Same thing. Grab while still turning and grab it in the middle, because if you start at the ends, that's where you're gonna kind of get those really cute 90s and Shirley Temple curls that we all loved so much when we were younger. Remember having to curl our cheerleading buns? Yeah, no, that's not the look we're going for here. We are going for a natural, loose, soft wave. So we'll just keep doing the same that we're doing and releasing. Don't burn your neck. Nobody wants to see burn marks on your neck. Are they burns or are they hickeys? The world may never know. They're burns. Always burns. And then this side, same thing. I'm gonna break it into my 3 sections. And I'm gonna face my barrel forward with my other hand this time. Grab it and make sure I'm turning backwards out. Does that make sense? You're turning out. And release. Because if I grabbed it and I turned it this way, you're gonna get that nice line there and it's not gonna make sense. I'll do one just so you can see. Yeah, see, it burns my ear, ow, and it doesn't make sense. So we're gonna turn this way. Nice release there. For my second section, same thing, just above the temples. Don't have gray hair, they're sparkles. I don't know if you can see them on the video, but they're in full force right now. My appointment was supposed to be for April 8th. Obviously that's not going to happen because we'll be closed until at least then. So fingers crossed that I don't dye my hair at home. My mom claims that she knows how to put foils in my hair because she's seen me do it to her so many times. So we'll see how that goes if I let her help me out and do that. So again, grabbing, turning. So now, I am not going to brush through any of these curls until I'm done curling my head. Simply because you get a better curl when you let something cool. You kind of want to let it sit in this shape for as long as possible till it can get as cool as possible so that it lasts longer. And as you're bringing it down further through the curl, you're just lightly unclamping with your finger. It's okay if you recurl pieces, if you can't get perfect sections, it's not gonna hurt anything. So as my hair gets longer, I'm unclamping with my thumb and just bringing it down and re-curling it up. Pulling down. So this is good for the loose beachy wave. You can also do a looser beachy wave with a smaller curling iron. Sometimes I will section this front piece here into smaller sections than I typically would with the rest of my head, just because I do get less of a curl in the front because it's a little bit more damaged there. And make sure when you're releasing and you're uncurling that you're releasing this a little bit too. You don't want to drag your hair out of it. So now, once we reach the top, I leave this down here and I section a little horseshoe here. Get that all out of the way. My unicorn horn. So now, when I get to this front piece, I always split this section in half. It's about 1.5 inches back and 1.5 inches down. So I split it in half, kind of on a diagonal. I alternate how I do this every time I curl my hair. I do something differently. So sometimes I'll curl them both backwards. Sometimes I'll curl one forwards and one backwards. If I do that, I curl this bottom one back and this one forward. That way I kind of smooth my baby hairs and hide them, because before I started this, my hair was sticking straight up. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So curl back for this one. The same direction I've been doing this side of my head. And then this one, I kind of grab at the root just to smooth it down a bit, and then curl up while still kind of getting that angle onto the curling iron. So that's another really important thing, is the angle at which you're holding the curling iron. If you're taking the curling iron and you're holding it this way and curling under, you're not going to get the same effect as if you're holding it on an angle forward. On an angle. Just like that. It's like a 45-degree angle to your head. Now that my whole head is curled, what I do is I'll typically take a paste like I used the other day. This one again is Bedhead Wax Stick. I typically use either the Loma or Schwarzkopf fiber putty pastes. Those tend to work really well. So I will be getting my fiber paste today. Emulsify it through my hands. And same thing as the blowout. Just kind of run it through. Get as much volume out of it as you possibly can. Just to get a nice wavy look. I didn't want to go too crazy with it because my hair is short and the curling iron like that is not really going to give you a super tight curl. The smaller curling iron that I'm going to show you tomorrow is going to give you a much tighter curl. But this is my favorite look to do for myself just because it's so simple, so easy. It looks effortless and it just feels good. And I feel so much better now that I am ready for the day. So I will see you tomorrow when we talk about small barrel curling irons.